This video, we're going to be going through all of the different types of businesses and types of income models that are available online. So everybody that you see that is making money on the internet, 99.9% of the time they will be following one of these models because these are the most popular and these are the most profitable. Of course, there are going to be times and occasions when you may come across someone that is using something like TikTok or Instagram or Facebook, okay? And yes, there are models like that people make money from, but there's not many. There's not many people that are making good money on the internet that are not following one of these models. So even if they do happen to be using something like TikTok or Facebook, I would almost guarantee that they are also using one of these models to make a lot of their money. It's just the way it is. These are the most robust and the most sustainable models that you can use. Now, some of these are not as good as some of the others in the list, but I will explain that as we go through the list. So the very first one is Authority Blog. And I am going to run through these fairly quickly. I'm just going to give you a little bit of an insight as to what goes on within these models and how they function. So Authority Blog. This basically means you set up a website or a blog and you build that blog out with tons and tons of content, and you become a little bit of an authority within your niche from your website. And yes, it can be a very good way to make money because you get lots of free traffic and you can make some good money from a range of different income sources. You know, affiliate sales, you can make some, you can build your list, you can make money from e-com, from like actual physical products that they may purchase from Amazon. So there's a range of different things that you can make money from when it comes to an authority blog. It is a good income model, however, a lot of work does go into this and it can take years and years before you can have any type of an authority blog which gets lots of traffic, lots of free traffic, and makes you good money. But that is one income model that people use, and you know, it is profitable once you get to a certain stage and you get a lot of traffic to your blog. You know, you can certainly make a full-time income from it, but it does take a long time to build. This isn't something you can do within 6 months. It could take you 3, 4, 5 years, 10 years to get to this sort of level. A niche blog. A niche blog is the complete opposite to an authority blog. A niche blog can still make you good money, and it can still have some authority within the niche, within the market, but it just isn't going to be very wide. It's going to be more about, you know, like a particular product. So let's say you built a blog and you focused on kitchen appliances, for instance. So you had this authority blog, an authority blog, and you focused on kitchen items and kitchen appliances. So toasters, cookers, fridge freezers, all that kind of stuff. Yes, that would do well eventually. But if you were to build a niche blog, your niche blog could still do very well. It could still make you a lot of good money, but you only focus on things like coffee machines or juices. So your entire niche blog is all about coffee machines. It's all about coffee accessories, coffee machines, coffee cups, coffee beans. So that's the difference. Authority blogs do work well, but you're obviously going a lot wider. Niche blogs, you're a lot more focused on a particular product. So both work really well. Obviously, it just depends on what you want to go into and what type of model you want to really use. Next one is YouTube. YouTube is something that I use myself, so I know it works. Not only that, I've been using YouTube for many years. Once you're into YouTube and you're building a good community of people, you can become part of their YouTube partner program, but you need to be at 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours at this moment in time. It might change in the future. It's quite difficult to get there because you obviously have to put in a lot of work to hit that criteria. But YouTube is a very good way of making money. Some people make a full-time income from YouTube. It's very, very good. For me at the moment, it's just an extra income stream, but at some point in the future, it's going to be a big part of my overall income. Next one, membership site. Membership sites are very good. Of course, if you're watching this, then you're in my site, Coffee Shop Income. Membership sites are good. Again, take a lot of work to set up. You need content, you need experience, you need to be a little bit of an authority within the industry. So you need to know what you're talking about. So whichever niche you go into or whichever market, industry you go into, of course you need experience within that industry, within that market. I've been doing this stuff for over 16 years, so I've got lots of experience to share and lots of skills and things that I can teach you. So membership sites do work very, very well. They're great for a passive income. However, it can take a lot of time and effort to build the site. Not only that, but you also need to have good experience to really build the site in the first place, because you need to be able to create good content so your subscribers and customers are willing to pay you month after month to stay. So membership sites, yeah, very good. Product launching. This is where you launch products on a regular basis. Some people just launch products and that's their main business model. It is profitable, however, you're churning out product after product after product constantly. I used to do this a lot more aggressively than I do now. It makes a lot of money, very profitable, but it's the same old story. You need experience, you need to know what you're doing when it comes to product launching, you need to be good at creating the entire launch, which means sales page, sales copy, graphics, JV partners, affiliates. You need all the technical know-how, how to set everything up, payment processes. You need to know what niche to go into, what niche to create a product around. You need to know all that. You need to be able to have, or you need to really be in a position where you're able to send some good sales to that product yourself and not just rely on affiliate partners. And if you need a list, then that means you're going to have to build a list either from pay. So there's lots and lots of stuff involved. Product launching, very profitable, makes a lot of money, but there is obviously a learning curve and it can take a long time for people to get to that sort of position and that level. List building with a sales funnel. What I mean by this is you literally build a list and you send traffic into a landing page and then you make money through the sales funnel. So you could have a sales funnel that you've built yourself, which some people do, or you might have a sales funnel that you've purchased from someone else, or you're maybe using someone else's sales funnel, so you're just an affiliate, but you send people to your own capture page, but then you send those people through someone else's sales funnel because that is easier to do that. However, it is more profitable if you send people to your own sales funnel. So that is, believe it or not, like an actual business model. Some people just do that every day, and it's very good. It's really, really good. So MLM stroke business opportunity. You've probably seen a lot of this stuff on YouTube and around. MLM business opportunity kind of models. They're okay. I don't really use them anymore. I've not used them for years. It's a bit cringy. Yeah, you get some. If I'm brutally honest, you have to be a certain type of person, I think, to do well in that industry. It's all about business opportunity, you creating a bit of a downline and a team of people that join behind you. Look, if that's your thing, then go and do it. But I did it for a while. I actually did okay with it, but I got a bit fed up with it all. I just didn't like it, so I kind of moved on. It's normally something that newbies and beginners get suckered into, really, because you can make some money, but you have to pay someone in order to join under them and all of that. Some people say it's a little bit unethical and it's not morally right what you do, because you kind of get people to join under you and then they do the same, etc., etc. Some people even say it's a bit of a pyramid program. Well, it kind of could be, but it just depends on which program you join. There's lots out there. Some are going to be better than others. It just depends which ones you join. The ones I joined in the past were actually okay, but there are ones out there that are very unethical and just very spammy. It just depends what you want to get into. My advice is don't get involved in any of that. It's just not worth it. There's much easier stuff to work on, and much more, I would say. There's going to be better things for you to focus on, which you will learn more from. The only thing you're really going to learn from MLM and business opportunity programs is some sales skills, I guess, because you may have to talk to people. But I would, take my advice. Just don't bother getting into it. There's lots more stuff out there that you could spend your time on, which would be much more profitable and more enjoyable. Much more enjoyable. Affiliate marketing with paid traffic and affiliate marketing with email traffic. The difference between these two is with paid traffic, some people literally just become an affiliate on a place like ClickBank, and they'll set up some paid traffic campaigns, drive traffic to a landing page, directly send the traffic from the landing page to the affiliate offer and make money that way, and they build a list. Some people don't even build a list. Some people just buy traffic. So let's say if you're buying traffic for $1 a click, or let's say $1 per subscriber. Okay, so say if you're paying $1 per subscriber, and every 10 subscribers you're making a $50 sale. Okay, so you've only, in theory, you've spent $10 to get a $50 sale, and this is how some people do it, and they just literally spend thousands of dollars a month to just quadruple their income, quadruple their ad spend. And people have been doing this. This is, I think it's called something like paid traffic arbitrage, something like that. I'm not that familiar with that model because I've not really used it much, but some people do literally buy traffic for, say, X amount, and then if they make enough sales from the program that they're promoting, they will just up their ad spends and scale their business up. So at the end of the month, they may make, you might make $5,000 profit, but you've got nothing to show for it. You've got no email list. You've not built anything. So the following month, you have to do it all over again. And yes, you are making money. The only person that really benefits is the product owner, because you're building their customer list for free. Yes, you're making money, but it's not something that I would really recommend. If you're going to do that, at least build a list, so you're building your own subscriber list at the same time. Most people do that, but you do still get some people that don't. So list building with free traffic and list building with paid traffic. I've just explained paid traffic. Free traffic, i.e. email traffic, same thing. You just promote offers, but you're using the traffic from your own email list. Very profitable. I do it sometimes. It's easy once you've got a good email list. Moving on, website creation. So you can create websites for clients. So you can create websites and Facebook pages in order to promote your services, and you can just charge people to build them websites. It's quite easy to do. Yeah, I do this offline. It's quite an enjoyable thing to do. So you can contact people online or offline, build websites for them, charge them money, and that can be a nice little income model for yourself. Next thing, writing web services. So you could write articles for people, you could create copy for people, design sales pages, graphics, banners, images, product covers, anything like that, and you can make money that way. So that's more of like a services kind of money making method. Webinars. Some people just do webinars every day, and that's fine. Webinars do make some good money. They are profitable, but again, the learning curve is quite steep. There's a lot of things that you need to know, especially about sales, the sales process. You need to be confident. You need to know what you're talking about, because webinars are something that you generally only do when you're at a certain level. Okay, some people may do them, may try them if you're a newbie or beginner, but generally the only people that do webinars are the people like myself that are more experienced, that have been around for a while, and what to do, and especially to do with the sales process, because there's lots of things that you need to know when running webinars. Yeah. So webinars are good, very profitable, but you do need experience. Coaching, consulting, same sort of thing really, except you're obviously working with people one-on-one. So coaching, consulting, that is a good way of making money, but try not to be somebody that just coaches people. Okay, if it makes you money, that's fine. If you want to consult, that's fine, but there's so many business models out there. It's good to have 2 or 3 that you use. And the last one is e-com. E-commerce is when you create some type of a store, a digital storefront, a page or a shop online, and you send traffic to it, and you make sales for places like Amazon. So you can become an affiliate for Amazon, and there's other shops and stores online as well. So with this model, it's pretty much like affiliate marketing, but you sell physical items instead. That's generally how e-com works. There is a lot more to it, but if you want to dive into it, by all means, you can. It's not something that I really work on too much. In fact, I don't really do any e-com, and I've never done any e-com. It's not something that I've ever really been that interested in. I have had websites where I've recommended products from Amazon, like physical products, where I've made money from, but that's as far as I've gone. I've not really gone into having like my own store online where you can drop ship products and stuff like that. I've never really dived into it that much, but that is a business model that some people do well with. If that's something that you're interested in, of course, go into that. It's not something that I really teach much about though at the moment, and I probably won't be. It's not something I really am interested in, and it's not something that I've really got much experience in. So it's certainly something that you can consider. It's a good business model, but not something I really teach at the moment. So there you go then. They're all the different business models that you can jump into. Some of them are easier than others. These are the main ones. These are the main business models. There are other models out there which I class as income models, okay, but these are the main business models that people use. So most people that you speak to, in fact from this day forward, whenever you speak to someone new online, try to work out what their business model is, okay, because you can easily find out. I mean, with me, for instance, I have a YouTube channel, I have a membership site, I launch products, I have a sales funnel, so I build my list with a sales funnel. I also do affiliate marketing with email traffic, I do website creation, and I do webinars and coaching and consulting. So I use about 6 or 7 of these, and a lot of people will do something similar. I mean, you may get the occasional person that just has an authority blog or just has a YouTube channel, but you'll find that if someone is successful in a particular area, let's say someone is good at creating niche blogs, okay, and they make good money from niche blogs, you will generally find that if they know that much about creating niche blogs, most of the time they will also be building a list, or they might also have a YouTube channel. Very, very rarely will you get anybody using any one of these on its own. It rarely ever happens, because some of them go hand in hand with other income models. That's just the way it is online. But there you go then. So good juicy amount of content in this video. Hope that has helped you. Yes, there are some other models and business models out there, but these are the main ones. These are the main ones where people are making good money from. As I said, there are other things. You've things got like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You might be making some money on Rumble or Twitch, on maybe some other social networks. There might be some other things that you're maybe cryptocurrency trading. You might be trading. You might be playing online poker. Yes, there are a few other ones, but they're very, very rare. There's not many people that are going to be using those just on their own. Okay, 99.9% of the time, anybody with any experience online and knows what they're doing online, they will be using at least one of these. But if you've got any questions, any comments, then just either leave it until we have another webinar, and you can bring it up on there for some questions, or just send me an email and let me know. So there you go then. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video very soon. Take care.